everyone, welcome to my channel. Today is March 17th, 2024 local time. So that would be afternoon and central time. So last live streaming, I do apologize guys because I did not say uh, goodbye to you, to all my viewers. It suddenly cut off because of the technical issue. So it's just like after that, it's one day that we don't have internet connection. I tried to use the data, but the signal here is not as strong. Okay, so I apologize that, and I would like to thank for those people who watched my replay. Thank you guys. And our subject for today is, does a Filipina wife prefer an allowance from her Western husband? So for those who want to ask the question, or for those who want to join on the live chat, feel free to join with us. So this is very interesting topic that we're gonna talk, and some opinion ideas. Your opinion and ideas is very welcome on my show. Hi Sam, thank you for coming, Sam. So guys, can you still hear me? Because I play, the background music. So are you guys still hear me? So, oh, too loud. Okay, okay, hold on, guys. So, how is it? So, how's the volume? Can you hear me, guys? So, just let me know about the my audio and then the background. If the background is still loud or not. So I'm waiting for my special guest to get on my live. So guys, if it's happened again that I all of a sudden that I disappeared, so it means that the problem is my connection. What? Okay, so I think it's time for me to cut off the. Okay. But you. So now I just cut off, I cut off the background. Thank you for coming, son. Ayos. Ayos na ayos. So if you want to join with us, Sam, you're very welcome on my studio. So the link is there, so just click on that. And I have a few questions that I'm going to ask. So the weather here is, well, it's still early in the morning, but I can see that the sun came out early in the morning. 6 o'clock, you can really see the sunshine. And today I'm wearing red color because, and then my background, I have a new background that's the Philippine flag. So actually, red is my favorite color. So I'm just wearing the gladiator style of blouse. Hindi kasi aalis na ako. Nandito para suportahan konti lang ang okay. That's that's good that you learn Tagalog. Thank you for for your support. Salamat sa iyong suporta. Well, it's just like uh we sleep we sleep late. Oh my god, it's just like around 5 o'clock. So I just had sleep about hour. So Frank is still in the bed, so I don't want to bother him. So I just asked if he wants to join with me, and then he said, he's still sleeping, still sleepy. So I told him it's okay. Just okay. But you know what, Sam? If I try to, I teach also some Tagalog words to Frank, the basic Tagalog, but you know, he had a hard time, to pronounce it. Because I teach him, the correct pronunciation, and then, the what do you call that? Because Tagalog language is very tricky. There's the same spelling, there's same yeah, spelling, but different, different meaning. So you have to be careful about, how to pronounce it. Just like example, baga. Baga means baga is just like a fire from a charcoal. That's baga. And then baga, that's a lungs. So you have to pronounce it with different tune. Okay, different tune, because if you're gonna say, baga means, fire on the charcoal, and then if you pronounce baga, so they're gonna confuse. So it's a kind of a tricky. And then like another word, bata. Bata in English, that's bathroom. Okay, bata. And then bata is just like a little, a little kid. It's a kid, I mean. So if you're gonna pronounce that, you have to pronounce with the tone or with the accent. But he had a hard time for that, to learn some Tagalog. But he said that, what he always say that, it's hard to teach old dog tricks. But actually, uh, Tagalog is not my language, since that we use that. I mean, it's not my mother tongue, so we use that in school, English and Tagalog. So a lot of Filipino can speak basic English because we learned that in school. And I think that's the reason why he's not really interested of that, because I'm very strict to teach him, because I prepare him to learn the correct uh pronunciation, and then the correct grammar. So it's just like, oh my god. So he wants to learn something basic. Okay, so my guess is here. Oh, my
Hi!
baliktad.
Hi, good. Good morning. And hi,
Good
everyone.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sharon. Did you sleep
Good
well?
morning. Oh, yeah, I sleep well.
No, I don't, because I've been just like an hour that I slept. And I try to waking up Frank, that if he can able to join, but he said that
Mm.
he's tired. Because we're looking for the hotels in Cebu, because this is so funny, because we're looking for the hotel that has suite. Okay, because particularly Frank, he doesn't like to stay in the hotel, just only the room hotel. So he prepared that has a suite, so that suite hotel has a dining area, a kitchen. So uh if he wants to cook, he can cook, because sometimes you don't have time to go around, and sometimes the food, you're not really familiar with the food, so he prepares with that. But we cannot find, they just put hotel in suite. When we look at the picture, there's no kitchen, just only the dining.
No, here in the Philippines is different than other country because if you find a suite room is there is no, I think there is no kitchen or living no kitchen on that side. But mostly now here in the Philippines, especially Cebu, it's more on condominium. And
Well,
there are
here
some, yeah.
in Ortigas, they have, because
Ah, okay.
we stay in the hotel before because before I find this place, we stay in
Mm,
the hotel for over a month. So yeah, we go to Malayan first, Malayan hotel, and then we move to Discovery Suite.
mm.
So they have here, there's a lot, there's a lot.
But here in
Okay,
Cebu,
here.
no.
Okay. Hi, MK. Thank you for coming. So he answered now, how much is the allowance? So it's up to you how much you're gonna give to your wife, the allowance.
Yes.
So by the way, let me welcome. Thank you so much, Sharon. For take my invitation to join on
That's
my live
okay.
streaming. I really
No.
appreciate. So I
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah, no
So
problem
our
with any time.
Okay, so I salute that on you, because if you're not busy when I send you a message, you're so easy, to please.
Mm,
Oh, Bruce, thank you for coming, Bruce. So our subject for today, Sharon, is,
mm,
does a Filipino wife prefer an allowance from her Western husband? So we're gonna talk about this, for those Filipina married to a
mm,
Western man or cohabitate. So
okay.
we're gonna talk about this. So I want to know about your opinion about this, because you're not yet married.
Mm.
So but you can tell, your through your
Before,
opinion,
my
you
previous
can
before.
yeah, before. But now you're single. So you can share with us. So
Okay, yeah,
Bruce, if
for
you want to join, feel free to join. Okay. So what is your opinion about that, Sharon, that if you're married to Western man, is that necessary to a Filipino wife to have allowance, especially if you're married? So is that necessary to give allowance to a Filipino wife?
For me, in my opinion, it's depend on your conversation both together. Because as
Okay.
we are a Filipina, we just only wait if what's the decision of our companion, right? And if
Okay.
we just only satisfied if how much we give it to how much we give them to us, right? And it's them who offer, we don't offer it first. It's them who offer it first, that I will give you allowance for this month. But for us Filipino woman or Filipino companion, we are waiting if what's the decision of the partner. Because especially if the Filipino woman has a work, so
Mm-hmm.
the Filipino woman will not tell to her husband, can you give me allowance? We are waiting if what their decision.
Okay.
Mm.
So MK as per month. So it's up to you if you gave, per month or weekly. It's your, it's your decision if you want to, this is particularly MK if you're married.
Yeah.
If you're married, I'm gonna specific this if you're married. So if you're, if your girlfriend and boyfriend that cohabitate, so it's up to you. Are you gonna give allowance to your girlfriend, or some Filipina are they giving, allowance to their boyfriend? Because in my case, okay, we don't, because it surprised, it surprised one of my friend, one of my friends Sharon, that we have a lunch date together.
Mm,
So and then she's very curious about how I met, how I met my husband. And then she asked, did your husband give you allowance? And then I was shocked. Why, why for me, why
mm.
he asked that my husband gave me
Questions.
allowance because we're married. Okay. And then I told her,
Mm,
no, he don't give, he don't give allowance, uh the money that we have, we share. Okay.
mm,
My money is my money is his money. His money is my money. So we share. So the money, it's in there, there's a certain part of the house that the money is there. If he needs the money, just
yeah.
open there and get it. So I don't really uh ask for an allowance, because like I always mention some of my show that I have access all the bank accounts that he has,
Mm,
internationally and locally. So I don't have to ask him, I don't have to ask him, allowance, because the money is there. So that's one thing that I earned that from him. So it means that he trusts me when it comes to money. Because this is what I noticed, Sharon. A lot of Western men, they don't really give
allowance.
access
Access to their
access to their
assets.
bank accounts, is even though they're married to a Filipina. That's a lot of Western men don't do that. They do, the- especially if if the wife, if they are living in the States, the wife has her own bank accounts and the husband has own bank accounts. And then
Mm,
the the expenses inside the house, they open the account and then they share. Okay.
mm.
So just like, how much money you gonna share on this, they do that. Some, they do that. But for me, I we don't need to do that, because like I said, that the money is there. you know the money is, it's anywhere, anytime we can, we can access that. So that's one thing that we're, when it comes to that, we're different than other couple that has a foreign partner.
But I have something to tell. For you to aware, if you just opened a joint bank account in the bank, make it sure that you put or. not and.
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
you put and, you cannot access or you cannot take the money alone without permission or without the signature of your partner. So make it sure
Mm-hmm.
that it's or, not and, because if it's or, you can access it alone without the permission of your partner. So there is a difference of opening joint account to your partner, either
Yeah. Always
or
or.
and. Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or. Yeah. It happens that one time because Frank um
Mhm.
we deposit US check to to in land bank, but it's
Mm.
first he put it me and him.
And yeah.
So and then at first they accept that. In the second time I'm not very aware of that, but I know that on the bank account. Or so they refuse because they said that I have he has to put or.
Yeah.
And then because I just insist that why now, because the first check you accept, but they said no, no mom, it's just like, so we have no choice to change the check. Okay, so Bruce, how much do you get? As much as I can, but I don't have allowance to my husband, Bruce. As much as I can get money. But I'm the type of person that I'm not that Sharon, that okay, I have access, that what's on my mind is just to
Mhm.
spend, because
Yeah.
I
You are not
know
you
I
are not
know the
abuser.
yeah, I know the feeling that before we met I have money also in the banks, but it's not as big as what Frank has.
Mm.
So I share that to him, but I know the feeling that, oh, I have to give value in that because I work hard for that. So just I mentioned that I'm not the type of person that I'm grateful that he shared his money to me, and then I don't take that advantage for to spend the money. So I just give value. So it's just like, if I need I will tell him, oh, I have to buy something like that, but I don't do that right
Mm.
away. So I have 2 weeks or 1 month before that, I have planned ahead of time. So I'm not the type of person that when I told him right away I get that. So I have to tell him ahead of time, because sometimes we have a plan that we're gonna use this money to make money. Okay, so we don't do that right away, so that we can adjust how we gonna manage the money that for that month or next month. Okay, so MK, he said she's my she's my sugar
Sugar
mommy. So
mommy.
you're very lucky, MP, that you have a sugar mommy. But your sugar mommy too young for you. That's good.
So MK, are you a macho dancer because you have a sugar mommy?
And then okay, MK, yes, that sounds right. Honestly,
Mm,
everything is so cheap in the Philippines. I don't even really care or that about money anymore.
mm,
Well, it's just like, okay, for those Western people, okay, they said that they don't really mind because that's cheaper, because the value of USD than the peso is way more. Okay, but for Filipino,
it's
my God,
expensive.
it's expensive. Even though, okay, every can now I notice, Sharon, that I love sardines, because
Yeah.
I love to partner that with crackers. So I love sardines. So last year, the expensive sardines that I got in the small can is just
Mm,
like 16 pesos, but now it's no longer that, it's just like
yeah.
22. So 5 pesos every kind, that's big a lot to us as a
Mm,
Filipino. For those Western men, oh, that's that's
it's
cheap.
cheap.
I use your bank account for now. I still have not open what? Let open my own account. Yeah, well, here's the thing that you cannot open a joint account unless you're married. If you're not married, you can't, because you can open an account, but they ask the ACR card.
ACR card.
So they ask that, but if you don't have that, you can't. It takes long that me and Frank to have a joint account. So first that we I have a you know I have my own account, so it takes long because I have to wait the ACR, the process of
Mm,
the
yeah.
residence visa here. So after that, it's very easy to open a joint account. Even though to do financing, they allow
Mm,
you if you have ACR card.
yeah. Okay, but I
That
just
is
want to answer the question of Bruce Davis. So does
okay.
Sharon have a job or does she have family to help her? Actually, I don't have job. I have a job before. I had a job before when I was single, and I mean when I was young. And the one of the company in Lapu-Lapu and MEPSA here in Lapu-Lapu, but suddenly the company was slow, so they just um refuse the workers. So I am one of that. And I was so lucky before because the one who put me on the company, it was the supervisor in the company. So I have a um uh big person who is in the office, but suddenly they were so slow, the company was so slow. But now I don't have a job, I'm just only making a YouTube. But before I start YouTube, I had savings, and now I had a little business, and I had another business, but it's secret.
Secret business. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
for Bruce
secret. Because it's just
Davis,
a
that
little business.
yeah, you do a little hassle.
Mm, yeah.
Okay.
I have a little sari-sari store in my hometown, and at the same time I also have a little business here in Lapu-Lapu, which is, I don't think so if it's confidential or not, but I don't want to share it to people because I don't want and I really don't like to speak about money because I don't like it. And I never show to people any I didn't show to people, I mean, boastful action that look at me, I have so much money, or never
Mm.
make a video showing the money. No, I've never doing that. Even for 1 peso, I don't want. Even if I go outside and eat outside, my gay cousin always make a video and post it in Facebook, and I told to him, no, don't do that because I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of particularly Filipino that
Yeah.
they love to brag, money they holding,
Mm.
a lot, you notice, Sharon, that a lot of
Yes.
famous bloggers that they shown money, and come on.
Mm.
So you cannot bring that when you're when you're cold and hard.
Yes. You cannot
Okay,
bring
so
it.
yeah. Okay, let me read this from Bruce Davis. That is best thing to do. Save every penny you can. Yes, it is. That's very important here in the Philippines, because, like I said, Bruce, 5 pesos every can of sardines. That's meant a lot to us, because you cannot get um just only one can of sardines. Okay, if especially me, I always get four or
Mm.
six can. So of course, every can that, like example, if I talk for 20 pesos, you save that 20 pesos, that's you know it make it into a big amount of money that if you save. That's why, Sharon, when I do grocery, I already have menu for one
Mm.
week. How many kilos of chicken, how many kilos of beef, how many what kind of fish I gonna buy. I already have that, so I don't really overspend, because like my budget for the whole month, for the whole I before I do a grocery. every week. So I'm get tired sometimes, I don't want, I don't want to go out, but you have no choice, you have to go, because or else
Yes.
no food on the freezer. But now I already have, a big freezer, so I can stock food for, supply for a month. So my budget for, for the whole month is not, too big. 20 to 25,000 a month,
Mm.
everything is there. So it really, well, I have to look things that, oh, is this buy one take one, is very, is very convenient. If it's, I will take that. But there's a lot of, buy one take one in the
Yeah.
supermarket, that they fall for that, because
Mm.
they think that they can save. But when you look at the price, it's not. You just pay the same amount of the regular price.
Yeah, and everyone, as a Filipino people, we realize how the price changed before. Do you imagine, Bet, the candy before was 25 cent, and now you cannot be able to buy candy 25 cent, right?
You know what, Sharon? You're speaking of that candy. The coconut bar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You remember that when I was,
Yeah,
when I
coconut
was in
candy.
grade school, my God, 5 cents,
Why, I
five
like
pieces.
it. I like it.
But now it's no longer that. Because
Yeah.
I remember, my grandpa gave us 1 peso. Oh my God, it's just like, the equivalent that time is 100 pesos, the
Mm,
1 peso, because I
yeah.
can buy a lot of, cheese curls, and then, the coconut bar, and then, the other candy, that, the we call that, the tira tira, the
Yeah,
stick.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, stick, sweet candy.
Yeah, that's my favorite. So, my God, but it's no longer that. Oh, let me welcome. Hi, Steph. Thank you for coming, Steph. So, Steph, if you want to join with us, you can click on that link. Okay, let me read some other comment. But she gives me, okay, this is from MK, but she gave me the bank slip if she gets money. Yeah, that's common, just to respect. Even though, me, I have access on the money, but I have to tell Frank, oh, I get this amount, and then he told me that, oh, sweetheart, you don't have to tell. But I insist that Frank, this is my respect, because I'm grateful that you share that money to me,
Mm.
okay. But I have to tell you that this is the amount, this is where I use the money, even though I don't have to. But I have to tell him that that's the way I manage the money.
Yeah. Me, I can use it. I can use it anytime because I don't have partner to ask permission.
What do you mean,
Yeah,
Bruce?
I can
Well,
use. I can buy what I want. I can buy what I want because I don't have any partner to ask permission before to doing that.
yeah, that's the good thing, that there's, when you're single, there's a advantage, and there's a disadvantage. Okay, so, okay, when it comes to decision making, you're free to do
Yeah.
whatever you want, to do. But sometimes, if you need someone to cuddling, okay, nobody. So it's just
Ah,
like, there's
yeah.
a disadvantage and advantage for that.
And me, I don't want to grow old alone. I want to be with somebody soon.
Soon,
Hopefully.
hopefully. So we're gonna cross that our fingers, Sharon. So,
Cross the finger and touch the wood.
okay, so let me Philippines will pass Western divorce laws soon. Well, yeah, they just talk that in the Senate or in the Congress, MK. But I don't see that, the Congress. Well, we're gonna sit that and talk seriously about the divorce in the Philippines.
Yeah.
I doubt it, because it happens during the time of, Ramos, they opened that about that, but until now it's not, because if they're gonna do that, the big problem that against that, it's the church,
Church,
because Philippine is a big
religious,
Catholic, it's a
religious
Catholic
country and
yeah.
traditional.
Okay, because they need help from the US to depend against the China. Yeah, speaking of that, yeah, we do. That's why, Sharon, that I'm not really into patronage Chinese product,
Mm.
because my main reason is I don't want them to have a fun, you know, to get our money to make their fun, to buy some weapon to attack us, because
Mm.
that's what happened. There's a lot of harassment. Our Philippine
Yeah,
Coast Guard happened in that
West Philippine
uh
Sea.
the West Philippine Sea. So I don't really go on the Chinese product. Instead, I prepare to buy a local product instead of Chinese. So, well, there's a lot of people that they go to Chinese product because it's less than,
Super.
than the local. There's a great Sharon answering the question. Yeah. Anyone to ask a question from me? But the Philippines doesn't know how the US really does things. Well, the Philippine knows that, okay, but they don't really want to share for people, for mass, because they don't want people get panic. But I
Mm.
know our our president and other higher leaders, they know what's going on. They know
Yeah.
what's going on. But I know to myself, Sharon, I know to myself that, oh, there's something not right between, in the West Philippine Sea, but I'm very aware of that. That's why I'm not really into the, spending money, because any moment they will attack us, because this is gonna be happen. I learned from, Jews people. It happens, in
Yeah,
Germany.
Hitler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
Hitler
Germany, that,
killed them.
a
Mm.
lot of a lot of Jewish people that has money move to the States, so they save their life. But
Mm.
for those poor Jewish, they go in the gas chamber. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm very aware of. I'm very wise to spend money, because you don't expect things happen, but it happened. So I'm
Yeah.
very aware of that. I'm very aware of. Andy Parker, thank you for sending me donation, Andy Parker. I really appreciate. Okay, Sharon, I have a question here.
Okay.
For those on the live chat, you can answer this. Men and women, you can answer this according to your opinion or ideas. How do you tell if a Filipina really loves you? So, if you're the man, Sharon, how do you really knows if the Filipina really loves you? In
Okay.
in what reason?
Okay, for the notice that for you to know that the Filipina where loves you, um, she never use you just only for money. She never asks you anything, and she do everything for you without any in return.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
because
that's
there are
that's
some
your
Filipina. Yeah, because there are
that's
some
your
Filipina.
okay. Go
There are
ahead.
some Filipina only use the foreigner. They are so nice at the first time, but the foreigner didn't realize that the Filipina use this or they want to be with the foreigner just only for their money. So at the same time, if you ask or if you give allowance or if you offer to your companion or to your girlfriend that I'm gonna give you allowance or I'm gonna help you, okay? If she refuses it, it's proof that she loves you who you are, not your money. But if she
Okay.
accepts and she asks more, no. She stay with you, it's because of the money.
Yeah, that's
Because if
that.
yeah, if Filipina refuse every time you give, and then if you offer it, it's proof that she loves you who you are, and she accept
Okay.
you who you are.
Yeah, because this is what I noticed when I reading also, when I reading also
Mm,
article about Western people dealing with Filipina girlfriend. The first thing that they tell, I feel bad about that because not all Filipina that they scam,
mm,
they scam their boyfriend, but it's just like it's just like shown that the first conversation, the first thing that a Filipina tell to their Western boyfriend is money.
money.
They ask money because there's so many problems happen. Okay, like there's so many excused, like
Mm,
my grandmother is sick, or my mother needs money for for operation, to buy things like that. So it's just like, who is this, is this given. But for me, I do a little, little reaction of that, because like like a lot of Filipina do that because wait, hold on.
Hello, hello,
Hello,
hi,
hello, thank you
Bruce.
for coming,
Good
Bruce.
hello.
morning.
I'm charging my phone, so I have to have my camera off. Hey, I don't wanna I'm not saying anything bad about Filipinos, but there was a girl that I've known for a long time, and
Okay.
I did help her. I helped her out, and I did it just because I wanted to help her because her business went down in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
About 3 months, everything started, remember, everything started shutting down, and so
Yeah.
uh nobody could do any selling online, and I said,
Mm-hmm.
sure, I'll help you. And
Yeah.
again, I'm not here to put her down. I liked her I liked her, but like, she took me really good. But I will not ever say anything disrespectful or rude. I don't care. It was my choice to give it to her, and
Yeah.
I take responsibility that I let that happen. So I blame myself for allowing that. So people can say, "Well, why don't you talk bad?" And I said, "Nope, it ain't happening," because when I go there and want to be there, I don't want to be known to say, "Oh, you talk bad about these people."
Yeah.
Everybody knows you're not supposed to do that. You respect,
Mhm.
even if something bad happens, you got to respect the people.
Yeah, okay, because here's the thing, bros, that it's that your is the it's your choice, okay? It's your choice. No matter what this Filipina asks, if you don't want to give her, there's nothing happen. But this is between a choice. If your choice, to help her, eh, that's fine. That's fine. So
She's
it's
not a
just
bad
like,
person, Mrs. Tig.
yeah.
She's not a bad person. I don't want it. I helped her because it was my choice. But
Mm-hmm.
Sharon just brought up something that I made the mistake as, is there
Well,
was no way to get there. I couldn't go there, but she kept asking and asking. Okay, she never asked once in several years. But what
mm-hmm.
am I supposed to do?
Yeah,
Everything
because
started falling.
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, because here's my thought process. If I'm the foreigner, okay, if I saw that this woman needs help, it's really need help. Of course, I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help her, even though I'm not related on that woman. I will help because some people they deserve help. But this is the problem sometimes, some they use that, they take advantage for that. They use that, to con people. That's why some good Filipino or some good Western men that giving help, they just misinterpret about that. Okay, so there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong to help other people, but it's according to person that you have to give help.
Mrs. Tate, I was gonna cry when I seen people because it wasn't just her, okay, but a lot of my friends through the years, okay, and everybody knows during that time, everybody, even including myself,
Yeah.
was still having like I was doing okay, floating above, but everybody still needed a little help. So I
Mm.
wanted to consider when I was seeing what was going on. You don't see this unless you're like there personally. You guys see it, okay? We can sit here on camera and look. I see what I see on camera. That's one thing, but you guys see it in the real, okay?
Oh
I
yeah,
I did. I felt bad, so I helped, but she should have never used me. But again, I allowed it to happen.
hmm
Yeah,
yeah,
but
that's why.
Bruce, I have something to tell to you. You can feel it also that your Filipino girlfriend is just only want more money. If you give it to her and then she asks it again more and more, so it's a proof that she just only want, I mean, she is not contented if how much you give it to her. She wants much more.
No, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree on that,
Mhm.
and that's why I stopped that relationship with that girl at the time, because it's like I did set a limit, and but you can only do so much. But when you sit down and talk, listen, there's nothing wrong with like, okay, like if you're meeting, you're together, and she needs some extra money for herself, that's fine. When you're with somebody, I don't have a
Mhm.
problem with that. What I have a problem with is when it's a constant thing. You just brought that up again, so it bothered me with her. But we also got to understand I chose to give that and I kept doing it until I finally said, no, enough's enough. Like, you can't keep asking all the time. Like, you got to start picking yourself up. You got to start doing some work. I can't just keep giving it and giving it to you.
Yeah,
Because
exactly, Bruce.
Bruce, there are some Filipino women why they ask more because they will show to their friends that look at my boyfriend. He give me what I want, and then he give me much more. And then after that, she will show to her friends how much how much she is rich because
She's
you give her
bragging,
so much
Sharon.
money. Yes, that's
She's
one of the
bragging.
reason.
No, that's and the guy in the chat, I think his name is Michael, and he's right. You can't buy love, and
Yeah.
and this is the thing. Maybe it's just me. All right, I'm not 60 or 70 yet, but I that's why like a girl that I ended up like picking is like closer to my age. Now I don't have
hmm
a problem with anybody. If girls want to do that to get themselves up, hey, I'm all for that. But you got to have a mature. And maybe it's just me. I don't know about other guys, but I want a mature woman like I have, now. But I thought I had mature years back, and I guess I was wrong because I ended up picking somebody thinking that was a little bit older than me, and
Okay.
and boy did I
But
boy did I choose wrong.
you know what, Bruce? I don't agree that, because, you're gonna pick, older women, you think that they matured. Sometimes, that's sometimes they act worse than, than your young, young woman.
They act like immature.
You crack me up.
Okay, so let me welcome Michael Alexander. Thank you for coming, Michael. And then Captain Billy Jack. Come on, Captain Billy Jack, if you want to join with us, click
Hey
that
Billy.
link. Okay. But you know what? Okay, here's the thing that Michael said that you can't buy love. No. if you want love, you can buy love, but love is just like for the meantime, but you cannot really buy love that it will last long. So you can buy love, okay? If you have money, you can buy love, but it's just like, it's just like a snap of your finger, okay? And then after that, no love. But we're talking about love, that everlasting love. You can't,
True
but
love.
yeah, you can still buy love. But you can still buy love.
And that's fine. Like if guys wanna go, pay for that kind of love, then listen. Everybody likes something different. That's why we're all
Mm.
created different. All right.
Yeah, I know, man.
That's the way it is.
Men are very visual. It's just like, I have nothing against with that, Bruce. I'm nothing against with that, because that's for me, I consider that that's the real person. Don't pretend that you can't buy love. No, I doubt it, especially for men. Oh, men are very visual. So like I said, that if you're gonna base on that, just short time love, yeah, you can buy. But if you're looking for the lasting love, you can't. Okay.
Well, if this was 20 years ago, I'd have been looking for some short time love, and I would have paid for it. But you look at that. That is not my thing. Like
Mm,
I don't drink. I don't drink anymore, Tate. So there ain't gonna be no bars with my future when I'm there. There's no bars. I'm not going to bars because I don't drink. They're not going there to look for girls. Oh, how much can I pay for this or for that?
mm.
Or can I pay this girl to hang out with me all day and night? Like, no, there is none of that. There is either go out and you find what you're looking for and
Mhm.
hope it works.
Actually, Bruce, the things that men looking for, that that's the stage of the young men. They're very wants to explore their younger age. Okay, so they're very into that kind of scenario. But when you grow older, your mindset change. You become responsible. You become responsible, to settle down. For those who want to settle down, your mindset changes than your mindset when you was young. So if you're young, you want to really explore, meet some girls, and you know
So let me ask you, how do you guys? Okay, so I've always wanted to know about this. Like,
okay.
you'll see like your families and stuff, like your grandmas and stuff, and your grandparents that are around, and then your mothers and stuff and fathers, like they look really good. Now, I know that it's obviously a different diet than what we eat here in the U.S. But
Okay.
what is it that you guys can grow older and you guys are still looking like $1 million. Us Americans, we get old and we start getting fat and we start getting just we get the obvious things.
Well, it's just like, here's the thing, Bruce, that I think, Filipino people are very happy people, even though that we have been a lot of calamities, but we still able, to sit aside that problem and let ourselves be happy. So I think that's the thing, that our we ages slow, then compared to Western people. Okay, so well, it's just like the thing that a lot of people that they really when it comes to problem, they're very, they have to think. But some Filipino, they we handle that very it's just like a natural thing, we don't really, we don't really mind, but we have also, to think that what's the solution for that. We're not really focused on the things that, okay, you end up that, you commit suicide or you cannot really handle that. No, we don't do that, uh well, it takes long, but we have to solve that, with a smile, even though we have a hard time. So we complain, but we still do a solution for that, Bruce. So that's that's my opinion. So what about you, Sha?
Yeah, Beth is right that Filipino people are jolly people, happy, even if only a little bit things or when we receive little blessings, we appreciate it and we feel so very happy on that and blessful. And all Filipino people, despite there is argument between the Filipino people, each of us, like the government, there is anti-government, there is pro-government. But if there will be calamity coming, all the Filipino people will be reunite for to help to
Mhm.
each other.
So that's one thing that. Okay, so let me read this from from Michael. Not all women need help, but instead wants to be loved. Yeah, because there's well, there's a lot of women also that they have work also. Yeah, I agree with that. They don't need allowance because they earn that, so they need the love, the true love.
I mean, in a relationship, I think like men forget that it's like you're paying for everything anyway. Like you go out, you pay for food when you go out and eat. You go to the
Mm,
grocery store, you pay. Like you're paying, you know, for everything. Because it's not just you're feeding, you're feeding somebody else. Or if they have kids, and on top of that, you're feeding their kids. So it's like, I think men need to think like hard before they say, "Hey, yes, I want to do this. I want to jump and get married," because you're not you're not paying for a single person. You're paying for a second person. And when that second person that you are choosing to take and love and care for, then you're responsible. So it don't matter if it's paying to go out on a boat, if it's paying to go to the grocery store, you're still paying. But I think men think, well, damn, if I have to buy a cup of coffee for her, I'm paying for her too. Like it's like obviously, yeah, you're gonna pay for 2 cups of coffee if you guys are going out, and it's what it is. But guys, I think they think, well, women should be doing this and doing this. They just don't know the Philippine culture when it comes to that, because I've never had a woman in my life ever pay me nothing
really?
or give me nothing. No, 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 no. Women don't have. Maybe it's just me. It's just because I'm old. Like I'm old fashioned. Women don't have to pay me nothing. Like if you're honest and your truth and you're loyal and stuff like that, like if you get a job, like you just take that money and do whatever you want with it with yourself. You obviously got to pay some bills with it because you're together, but go enjoy. You work for it, go enjoy it. It's not mine. But
Okay.
if I get married, my money is going to be her money.
Mm-hmm, right.
It all recycles in the end. But like, if she wants to work and works for something, then that's fine. Let her
Mm-hmm.
work. Let her enjoy her side, so she can have some fun. She can buy clothes. She can buy makeup. Whatever she feels like doing. Maybe she wants to buy her kids something. That's just me. But men think that women should get jobs and pay them, and I don't think that. I don't think that way.
Okay, so let me welcome replay 70. Okay, let me read this his comment. My girl never asked for money. I noticed she looked ill and gone, end up being a rare illness. I help with treatment. She is the only one out of 13 that I leave. She works. I help with med costs. Okay. Oh, that's nice to hear that, because yeah, you know there's, like I said, that there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong to help, to help your girlfriend, or but it's it's according, the personality of, the person, especially for those Western men, their girlfriend. It's according how you feel, how this woman treated you. Of course, you can, if she's nice to you, yeah, you have also, you have also heart that, oh, I have to help my girlfriend, because she needs my help. So there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a certain aspect that, some women, they just take that as a, as a milking to a man. you know they really want to have a relationship with the man, but they don't want to settle, but they want to get money from him. That's very, very against my, vocabulary, because I know that, some men, they work hard for that. Okay, they work hard for that money. So some, some women, that easy for them, to ask, but they don't really understand how this person get this money before it send it to her. So that's one thing that they don't really look at, that aspect. And then, okay, let me read from replay. She spent 2 weeks in CDU in Feb and her been together 7 months. And I'm moving to CDU in March 25. Meeting her was a bonus. I was moving away from the US here. Because, well, a lot of Western men are very get tired of, Western women. What do you think, Bruce? Are you tired or not yet tired?
Oh yeah, like it's it can there's good and bad. Like again, there's good and bad in everything. I mean, but
Mm.
yeah, no, myself, yeah, I was tired of, a
Okay, I
lot of
have a
Western women use. That's the
yeah.
thing is they'll use you up, and when your money's gone, they're gone, and then you're just like you're back to square one again by yourself again.
Okay, so I have another question, for those guys on the live chat, and also Bruce, you can answer. How do you tell if a Filipina is scamming you? This is for, for Western men. How can you tell if the Filipina is scamming you? Is anyone scamming you, Bruce?
Well, I don't
You
think
don't.
I don't think it was. I don't think it's scamming. I wouldn't call it that, but I think it's more of being you're getting used, because
Mm.
if they're always asking, and you finally say like, listen, like this is what you're gonna get, like, you know, because see, my problem was I kept digging out of my saving stuff so I could help her and do stuff, but she didn't realize or understand that the more you take from that, then I have to build it back up so then I can go. And I never got that chance to really build it back up, because after 2020, even work just went down. Like everything started just kind of just falling apart. Uh, People were basically leaving their jobs, working, finding jobs online to work, so they didn't even have to go out of their house.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where I wouldn't call it scam. I would just call it getting used.
Hi, Steph. Thank you for
Hello,
joining.
hello, hello, hello. Hello, Lily. Hello, Sharon. How are you?
Hi, Steph. I'm fine. How
I'm
about
good.
you?
I am fine. I am fine.
So,
What's up?
is this interested topics that we talk, Steph, about
What's going
just
on,
a
Bruce? Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. People should. I hope they're tuning in and paying attention.
Okay.
But I think it's
So,
something that's important because of a lot of people are having overseas relationships nowadays.
yeah.
So listening to what you guys are talking about will help a lot of people not go through a lot of heartache, if that makes sense.
Mhm. So, in your opinion, Bruce, okay, if ever, if ever you find, a Filipina wife, do you prefer to give her allowance, or it's just like the money is there, you don't have to, you don't have to give her allowance, or
I
what's
mean,
what's
no, I
your
mean the money's gonna be there, and you pay your bills like you make sure your bills are paid first, and you got food in your house, and you got a roof over your head, and then yeah, then there's money to be spent.
Mm. So that's that's in your opinion. So how about your Steph? If ever you meet a Filipina, and uh, is that the way you do also what Bruce tell?
Um, far as allowance goes, I don't really believe in allowance. And here's why. I believe that for you to date someone overseas, right? First thing that you need to know is what was the person doing to survive before I met them.
Okay.
It's important because
Mm-hmm.
that'll kind of help you weed through the process. Now, once you meet someone and they become your girlfriend, fiance, or wife, then helping them sustain is a different thing. But randomly just dishing out dollars is something that I don't think is okay. And it happens to more people, not just in the Philippines. It happens in Dominican Republic. It happens in Colombia. It happens all over the world. The same.
Yeah.
My parents are sick. My grandmama is sick. We need money to
Mm-hmm.
pay bills. It's the same scam. There's
There's a
more
lot
than
of excuse.
yeah. So you have to know who you're dealing with. So you should take time. And I've heard you say this a lot, right? Take your time to get to know the person.
Yeah.
Know what
That
you're getting yourself into.
that's the big big answer that you have to take. You
And
have to take a lot.
that's right. Like he put it. Listen, that's 100%. I agree with that, because it's not about if we can give you money, but it's like he's right. We got to know what you were doing before, myself or him, what you guys are doing to support yourself. And then when somebody comes along, you're like, oh, I don't have to do this. I can start taking. Nah, don't work that way.
And then it also is like, okay, once we are establishing a relationship, what signs are you showing that she actually wants to be with you? Is she really wanting to be with you? Does she want to see you? Is she calling you when you are not doing anything for her? Things like that. Like it's certain things that if you've had like a true girlfriend before, then you know that feeling you get from a woman. Hey.
Hello.
Hi, Laura. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, Laura. You know that feeling that you get from a woman that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside from a woman, right? So
What was
it's
the room?
it's uh it's something that you just can't falsify, if that makes sense.
Okay. Seven Ways. Hello. Thank you for coming, Seven Ways. So, Captain Billy Jack, what is your question? So, in your opinion, Sha, Because even if you're even Filipino women can tell that this Filipina is try to scam their
First
boyfriend or
come, okay, first come Filipino scammer, I knew somebody. Okay, because when I was living in my auntie's house, I had a neighbor, but this is true. I had a neighbor who is underage, and it's her parents, it's her mother who go to internet cafe for to chat different foreigner for to sending money. So after the foreigner sending money, and then she was 16 years old at the time. Her daughter was 16 years old at the time. So the foreigner
mm,
sending money, and then after the foreigner sending money, they go outside to the mall, shopping, eating outside, happy, happy. And then after that, when the girl turned into 18 years old, it's only her to go to internet cafe to chat foreigner and sending money, and she can't be able to build or repair the house of her parents, but she built and repaired the house of her boyfriend. So
Oh,
that's a
my
scam.
God,
And then
that's
she promised,
that's
yeah, she promised to the foreigner that she wants to get married to the foreigner. When the foreigner came over here, she can't get married because she at the time she was 17 years old. And you know what happened? The foreigner, because the foreigner took her into the mall and buy her some clothes, underwear, something. But when the foreigner knew that she cannot be able to marry him because she is underage, the foreigner took all the things that he bought to that girl. Yeah.
oh yeah. Well, that's good because it's just like you're telling a lie.
Yes. Because honestly, this is true that there are some parents, Filipino parents, who tolerate
uh
their children, or it's them who go to internet cafe to chat to foreigner.
just to
mm,
scam. Mm.
Yeah.
So guys, take note. Be aware of that.
Mm.
And like I agree what Steph mentioned, that you have to know the person first. Know the family background, because that's very important. That you have to know the background of this woman, so that if something that happen, you have reason to run.
yeah, I need to meet you. I need to meet you. You know, it's certain things that's gonna give away if you're really being true or not. And so I need to meet you first. We might talk forever, but before I even enter into anything like that, I need to be in your presence. I need to be around you for a couple days just to see what's going on in your life. And are you really living how you claim you're living? Are you really doing the things you claim you're doing, et cetera, et cetera? Like you really have to, when you're dealing with international things, you have to really show and prove versus
Yeah.
just taking people's word on it.
Yes, and I have something to tell to the foreigner also. Make it sure that your Filipina wife has no more contact with her Filipino boyfriend, because it happened also. There was a woman from Lapu-Lapu. She has a um Filipino boyfriend before, and then she got married with a foreigner. But they are both have family. When the
Okay.
woman come here in the Philippines, she went to the house of his ex-boyfriend, spending time with
Hmm.
the husband, the wife, the family, the wife of his ex, I mean, the wife of her ex boyfriend, and bring them to the mall, buying appliances. And when she went back to her apartment, the husband or her ex boyfriend go to her apartment.
Oh my God.
So
Mm.
what is that they call to that they pay for? It's like, what is it, like $10 or something, to make sure that they're single, because I, I think I know a couple of people that were pretty close with
Mm.
people, and when they found out, no, they didn't do anything like sexual or anything, but when they found
Mm.
out about the person actually having a husband, I remember telling my buddy, I'm like, you better not be doing anything, man, because that husband can come after you and kill you if you want to. And so,
Yeah,
what is that? A
I
seminar or
understand what you
something?
mean, Bruce. It's a
What,
Sanomar, Certificate of No
Senomar. Okay.
Merit.
Thank you, Sharon.
Yeah, that's cinema. Okay, let me read this from replay. If you are have money, gents, and start getting serious, not only ask but verify too. You know, there are international companies that will do complete background,
Boots on
include
the ground.
boots on the ground, just staying. Yeah, that's well, it's just like I don't know. I don't really understand because there's still a lot of Western men that, once they talk online, the Filipina, it's easy for them, to send money, not only 100, but thousand, it end up millions of pesos, the equivalent to million of pesos. And then there's no guarantee that, is this women that, they dealing with are gonna marry then because they end up go to Rafi Tolgo, show and ask, I
Yeah.
want that money back. So
Oh man, but them guys are fools that are doing all that. I mean, listen, majority of those people that are going on there, and I like Rafi. Don't get me wrong, but like what was the one? I think it was like 34 million or something like that. It was. And I
yeah,
mean, the guy basically was breaking laws. Like you're sitting here wanting your money back or want to know where it's at. And it's like you basically broken already a couple of laws. And if the Filipino government wanted to go after him, then, obviously, then he could be charged with stuff because he had a
yeah, that's
girlfriend on top of that. He was still married.
yeah. So the wife can file case against him and with the I watched that, Bruce. I watched that. And then the wife tell the no matter what are good you're still the mistress. She said that. So that's oh my god, that's crazy thing. But for those Western men, please, my advice, don't send money because once a Filipina tastes that money, they never stop asking money, and then you end up that the amount that the money they ask, it become bigger and bigger and bigger. So don't do that, because here's the thing, guys. If the real Filipina true love you, no money involved, no money involved, because that's what happened to me in France. It's just like happened that before Christmas, Frank told me that, okay, I'll give you money. This is my gift for Christmas. And then I refused. No, I have a job. I don't. But because I have common sense. No, I don't want to do that. But he explained to me, no, don't think that way. This is my gift for you because I know you, but this is the gift. But I refuse. But it takes long that I realize, okay, I don't want to hurt his feeling, but he knows that I'm not really in that, so I take the money. But first, I refuse because I explained to him, and he explained to me, no, it's not the thing that I'm bribing you. It's just like a
I mean,
but
Frank's
it's
your
just like
husband. He's
yeah.
your husband,
But
Miss Tate.
no, I mean, before that bruise happened. Frank is a nice person. He's just like wants to give a gift. Okay, gift. But I refused that because the time I was working. But it's just like, no, no, I don't. But it's just like, okay, he explained to me and I understand his intention, so I take the money. But I told him, I warning him, okay, this is the first and last. Okay, don't spoil me, to take money from you. I don't like that. because I don't want to hurt his feeling, because I feel that, it's, I insult him because I refuse to take that, his intention is good. So I received that money, but I warning him, okay, this is the last, this is the first and last. Okay, don't do that. Because I'm very serious that time, that I want, I want the man that know me, that it's not the money that I love you. uh the thing is, I love, I love you because of who you are, in the way that you think, the way that you uh think about our future together. So that's, I really look into that, because money is, it's easy to find if, if you're, if you're helping with each other, if, because in a relationship, marriage thing is a teamwork. So
Hmm.
if the team work is, working good, money is very easy to, to find in, to get. But there's a lot of people that they don't really have that, because a lot of, well, I'm talking this particularly, Western women, they're not really care about, the man. They care about how much money they can get to this man, because that's why they don't really give value the marriage. Okay, they give value the wedding. So that's, that's the big problem. I cannot blame those Western men go to other countries and find their mate, because that's what the mindset of Western, women. So I don't want to, I don't want that part of that kind of mindset. So that's, that's how I, how I look my relationship before I get married. So Sharon, tell
Yes.
us, tell us about your,
Place at the first place, when I first met my husband in online, because we were online, I never asked any 1 peso. He offered me, I will give you money, or I will send you money so that you will have money to pay on the internet cafe for us to talk. I said no. I can earn it with my own, because I made before a pedicure to people, so I earn a little bit money on that. And then after, when we get married, until we get married, even if he will give me allowance, I refuse. But he forced it. He said, "Okay, I will give you allowance, but if how much he give to me, I fit it for the whole month." But he sent me one time every 6 months. One time sending, but it's good for 6 months. And sometimes I use it for 7 months. And before, I will not speak to him about it, that I have no more money, I need allowance, send it to me. I want him to start with a conversation. So that's why he said to me, "I am salute you, because you handle the money that I give to you. Instead of 6 months, you do it 7 months."
Hmm.
So okay, Sharon. So once you release the money, the print is starts to fade it.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't want to speak about all this money, money. No, I really don't like it. Because you can live happily ever after without the money, if you have true love to each other and understanding to each other.
But you know what, Sharon? To be honest with you, real talk. We all need money, but it's according how
Yeah,
you manage. When it comes to
yeah.
money management. Okay.
Mhm.
So okay. So I have another question. Okay. So what is the appropriate amount of money for a foreigner to give their Filipina partner? So any of you guys can tell. What about you, Steph? You have appropriate. There's a certain amount of money that if ever you want to give, or you don't have to deal with that.
If if you're, it depends on the circumstance. If you, and what's the money needed for? To be honest,
Mhm.
like what are you needing this for? Like, is it a bill? Is it like if she has kids? Is it that you can't afford tuition for your child's school? Like, what is the situation? What is it? I need
Yeah,
to know.
okay, the situation is just like, you just, it's just like you give, you give money without, without asking any. So it's just like came from you, came from you, that okay, uh you have to, you give to her money, but it's up to her, what she gonna use that amount of money that you gave.
No, no. But what I'm saying is, it depends on the situation with her. Um, it can be various amounts. Like if I just want to send a
Okay,
general
okay,
amount.
okay, example, okay, so uh he if she she asks, for, for the, for the bills and food.
Hmm.
So
Then what's the breakdown? $1 to Filipino peso.
55.
55.
$1. Wow, really? $55?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So you give, because $100 is about, over 5,000 pesos.
I was gonna say probably about $250,
Mm.
something like that.
two
If
hundred fifty dollars
I'm just gonna be sending, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because let me make sure I got my bills taken care of too over here. Cause say
Okay.
someone like me, I have my own spot. I pay my own bills. I live by myself. So I have to
Okay.
make sure I'm taken care of too. So yeah, but at the same time, you need to be working too. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Whatever I give you should be a bonus to what you're already doing on top of that.
Yeah. Precisely. Well, $250, that's a big amount, for, for low average people here, Steph. That's a big, big amount of, big
But
amount of
it'll
money.
keep you set for a while. That way you don't have to ask for nothing else. And whatever
Mm.
else you need to take care of in that time frame, you can do that. So you know how sometimes things happen. You have things happen money, if that makes sense.
Okay. hmm So that's, that's 200, what do you think, Sharon? 250, if ever, is that, because
Yeah,
you have your own hassle, and then, 250. For me,
so
that's, that
250. Yeah, that's
that's
good
big
amount if
amount.
you are not
Yeah.
renting. If you are not renting a house. So it's
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
good amount if you are not renting. But if you are renting, if your girlfriend is renting, and I think it's not enough because I told you before, I'm gonna share this to you, because it's my experience. When my husband decided me to move, because the land where my auntie's place, where I built a little house there, the owner used the land. So my husband decided to move and rent a house. So I was renting a fully furnished house worth 10,000, and what he given to me allowance is separate. So he give the rent for the house 10,000, the water bills, electricity bills, and the food is separate. For transportation for my daughters, for to bring to school, it's different. For me to buy some clothes, it's different. So he given me different amount for each of them.
Mhm.
Okay. So, but it's just like, if you're not, if you're not renting the house,
Mm,
it's just like, bills,
yeah.
pay the bills, and then food. 250, that's, that's, what I mean is just, that's right for those,
Mm,
below average people.
yeah.
Yeah, you can take and use it for something though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's, that's a big amount of money, because like, us here, we spend, 1500, 1500 USD. We're living in, the gated community, a good place, and then, we have, a good food to eat. And then we still save 400 bucks for that. We don't really spend, we spend that, just only 1100. We pay our bills, water, electric, everything. But the 400, we save that every month. So we don't
Mhm.
really, we don't really. The 1100 is including the groceries.
I wish.
Because here's the thing that when I do grocery, I don't really, because I schedule that for the month. Okay, so the supply for the month is not really all we eat. Okay, especially the canned food. We just we call that emergency food. So
Mm.
Yes.
sometimes, if I'm lazy, it's just like, okay, Frank, that, sometimes he saw me that, I'm tired, he just like, okay, just prepare me, the canned food there. So when I do groceries, so I always have two extra. So when I go grocery, I don't need to buy 4 cans, so I just need buy two. So it really save a lot of money for that. So it's just like money management for that. You can able to survive the 1500. But in the states, I know that Steve, that you
Yeah,
mentioned
it's
that
not
you wish
enough.
it's
Yeah,
not enough. I think that's only for for the rent.
that's how much I pay for rent. So
Mm.
yeah, that's not. Yeah, that
Not
ain't
in
gonna work.
not
Mhm.
including the food and the
Mm-mm.
bills.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I bet, and everyone, I just want to tell to you that I should go first because I have appointment. One of my friend invite me for lunch, and yeah,
Okay,
I need to
sure.
prepare some food for to bring it there because I'm ashamed not to bring something food for
Oh
for
my God, you
for
two
the
is
for the
late.
lunch. So I will cook.
He's late. Hi, Gigi. Well,
Hi,
Sharon is
Gitchi. Hello.
leaving.
You're late. I'm leaving now. You're
Oh
so
my God.
late.
And then he said, he's crazy. Yeah.
Okay, everyone, I
Don't.
just want to say
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you, Ben, for having me on your channel. And if you want
Thank
me
you,
to be on your channel
Sharon.
again, just let me know and
Okay.
I will always available for you. So thank you, everyone. And don't forget to subscribe my channel and subscribe to Lilibet's channel also. And God bless. Have a nice
Okay.
day.
Ingat,
Bye.
Sharon. Bye.
Thank
Bye bye.
you.
So, Bruce,
Yeah.
what is your opinion about that
I
if you
mean,
have the amount that you're gonna give to your girlfriend, there's a certain amount that you can give, or it's just like no.
I think Steph hit it about $250
That would be
because
good.
again, I always try to explain this is like you got to be able to do something for yourself. Okay, like instant Sharon, she's got a little sorry store, so yeah, it may not bring like everything, but 250 bucks could
Yeah,
could last a
that's a
little
big
while,
amount,
and
right?
if a woman thinks like, oh well, that's just not like that's not enough, or I've heard now this was from my ex girlfriend, my other boyfriend I had used to give me like 4,000. I'm like, well, you ain't getting 4,000 out of me. Like that
Yeah.
Yeah,
that just ain't happening. That ain't happening.
that
Like you know, I believe in saving. Okay, I
mm,
also believe in that. All right, 250, maybe 300 bucks at the top. And if you can't live for a while on that, then that I want to tell you, you're gonna have to start getting a job.
I mean,
yeah.
you applying the lifestyle for her, or are we just helping out? what are we doing?
Well, again, so there you go. If I'm paying for a lifestyle, you know, uh,
I'm not paying
I
for
don't
a
know,
life.
man. I really don't know. I look. I don't know if I'm having to pay for your lifestyle. You know, what about my lifestyle? If I'm going all
Well,
the way over there,
yeah, that's another another story. If
Yeah.
if you're gonna pay for her lifestyle, okay,
I
just
got to change my lifestyle. So you're gonna have to
you
change
have
yours up too.
you have to change your mind that stay away, stay away with that person, or stay away with that woman, because it's not healthy. It's not healthy because you're the one who provide her a lifestyle. Or it's not really a good decision that you're gonna make. Okay, replace, they should be working, not just living off what you send. Yeah, just like what can you bring on the table.
Yeah, exactly.
So
We
so
got
it's
enough
not
problems here with that.
yeah, because a lot, a lot, they just they are the table. No, it's not. What can you bring to the table?
Listen, if you're trying to do the rich and lifestyle with me, it's just I guess that ain't gonna work because, you know, I'm gonna be upfront just like I always have. All right, I got a house, and that's that's paid, and I got to make sure that my light bills are paid. I have to make sure my water bills are paid, just like that. I don't mind helping out. Listen, I helped out a lot of people over in the Philippines, but the problem is when you expect it every single time and you continuously ask, that's when I say, okay, this is what you get. If you don't like that, then I can move on. And I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be mean, but you want to take out of my pocket for working. I have to work hard. I have to do all
Mhm.
this and slave all day. So I'll help you. But if you want to just like think you're gonna live a rich style off me, then I'm not your guy.
Yeah, it's just like you have to teach people how to fish,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because
Well,
a
that's
lot of
what God
people
did.
don't. Yeah, so it's just like it's not it's not good. It's not good to help a people that they're gonna use that habit, this as help for you. So you have to teach them how to fish.
There you go. Teach them how to fish and they feed themselves for a lifetime.
Yeah, not teach them how to doggy.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with providing for your woman. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to. Uh, I shouldn't have to send money all the time because then it makes me think, well, what are you doing with your money? Hey, Jane,
Hmm.
how you doing?
Hi, Jane. What's up? How is your day? So that's that's one thing that when it comes, I'm not, I'm just be honest, everyone needs money. So I don't really agree that some, they just mention, oh, they don't really want to talk about money. No, we have, it's according how you deal with the money, because we all, everyone need money, but it's according how you manage the money. Oh,
But if
that's
you teach
good.
them how to save,
Mm-hmm.
again, how do you think most of these people have that are foreign have to do? They have to work and they have to save up, right? Same with you over there, right? Miss Tate,
Yeah.
you gotta save. You and Frank gotta save like your money that you just said, all right? Because what if that something comes up that you need? What if Frank needs meds? What if you need medication?
You
Okay,
never know. Yeah.
you put
Yeah.
stuff aside, and
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe it's just me is that I've ran into the wrong girls through my life. It's all about money, 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 and I'm
Mm-hmm.
not here to be a hypocrite. If I have somebody, which I do, yes, I'll help them, I'll support them, but I'm not an ATM machine, and I'm not trying to
Yeah.
be mean. But again, you guys both just said it. If you teach
Mm-hmm.
somebody how to fish, they can feed themselves for life.
See,
Yeah.
I ran into that issue the first time I ever dealt with a woman from another country. The main problem with a lot of men, especially Western men, is that they think that they can lead with their wallet. And we really need to lose that mindset, if that makes sense. We need to we need to take extra precaution getting to know people in another country because you're not physically there. All right. That's why I said what I said earlier. I'm like, I have to be with you. Like I gotta be with you before I can even consider anything of any kind of exchange. It's like we need to be together and having fun and doing this and great convos, and you not ask me for nothing, because the
Mm-hmm.
woman that don't ask you for anything is the one that makes you want to, that's who makes you want to really really be there for them. The ones that ask you for something is the ones that you're kind of like, hold on now, why are you asking me for money? You know, like
Yeah.
it's like mm. it's like it's it goes back to what I was saying. What were you doing before I met you to sustain your life? Like, were you working? Like, what were you doing? Because I've met people, and I've met them online, and the first time we have a conversation, they ask, "Can you pay my bills?" And that's the last conversation I have with them. It's just click automatically. It's automatic. Hit the button. Boop. Mute. Block. Okay. Yeah. You have to know what you're getting yourself into, and if it's hard for you to physically be there. You have to at least, take advantage of technology. And in today's day and time, it's easy to hop on Facebook Messenger and be talking to somebody for hours, right? Or FaceTime for hours. I don't know if Android has something like that, but does Android have like a video chatting app, Lily?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
use the
there is,
messenger.
Google,
we can
Google, Google, Google. Forgot what it's called. I got
Chrome.
it. No, it's called Google. Yeah, I'll tell you what it's called. Google something. Google Meet.
Google Meet.
Oh man, I ain't never
Well,
even heard of that.
here, we use like, like Facebook Messenger and then, WhatsApp,
Yeah,
things like that.
Google Meet.
Mm,
Or WhatsApp. WhatsApp too. You know, Google
so
Meet was called something else, but they changed the name of it.
mm.
Tell Jane she need to make us some of those cookies she made in that video. I like that video.
Okay, so let me read this family play. Okay. I used to attract the wrong ones. Ended up the problem was me, not them. Took
Yep.
years to fix that. That is really bad in the West. It costs much more. LOL. Yeah, good thing that you admit it. You admit it.
Yeah.
WhatsApp is good. Well, that's the thing is, when it comes to this kind of application, if here in the Philippines, the signal was so bad. So okay, so I'm gonna end up this live streaming. Okay, gentlemen, anything you want to plug before we go?
Hey guys,
No,
make sure you subscribe to Lily's channel, hit that like button, and make sure you donate to her studio fund. She's trying to build
there you
this
go.
studio, so we need to make sure we support Lily and help her build this studio. I like the fact she's got that flag up there. I like that. That's representation. I saw that the other day. I was like, I like that. I like that.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
I like
we
that
want to
too.
support her. We want to support her. So please make sure you donate, and remember, we are content creators, so we're trying to make a full time profession out of this. So we like talking to you, but we also need your support as well. So leave comments, donations, all of the above.
Okay, thank you, Steph.
And
How
I
about you,
like that
Bruce?
too. I like that. I like that you're representing the Philippine flag. I love it.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like that.
Again, you know, support, man. We've got a lot of people out here, man, in the community. Support them. Support her. She deserves it. Support Steph. You know, again, like if you see these people, they want to talk to you. Support them. Make share them out. You know, if you got a few bucks, give them a few bucks. You know, help these people out so they can grow their channels, so that YouTube can keep, you know, pushing these people out. So later down the road, these two, all they have to do is just sit back and relax and enjoy life. So then they can do some videos and show you around and where, you know, and yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
make sure
YouTube,
that you subscribe and
YouTube is
always
stubborn.
hit that bell.
YouTube is very stubborn. They they make it seem like no one watches your videos, and then one day, boom.
Yeah. Okay, gentlemen, thank you so much, for
Take care.
joining with me. Bruce, Steph, thank you. I really appreciate. So,
Take
good
care.
afternoon, good night, and have a good day to everyone here in the Philippines.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.